The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring Gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
Yeah. What's good, Joe? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Patscorpio, the New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? He's a Shutterworth, Gawd. Gold artist, creator of the Soul Wars, Ring Gang Radio founder, co-founder.
Yes, sir.
Real nigga in general. Shit.
Real talk. Yeah, so LB, man, so we're just coming off a pretty good boxing weekend. You know, we had a couple of cards that, you know, that for they made their impact in their own ways. First one I'll talk about, of course, is the World Boxing Super Series semifinals. We had two fights. I mean, there was a card that, of course, we had two of the main cards on there. The first one, which I know you definitely want to talk about, is Monster facing Emmanuel Rodriguez. Now, this semifinal, this would be for Rodriguez's IBF 118 title. As Monster held the regular version of the WBA title in the tournament, which is not really respected as much. So this would be Monster's legit shot at a third title in a third weight division. LB, your thoughts on this fight?
Great while it lasted. So it was wild. If Naoya Inoue, the Monster, if he's not in your top 5 pound for pound, you just doing it wrong. you are you just are really. I honestly he's the closest thing to like top level pound for pound that you could, you know, when you go back to like niggas like Roy Jones, where they not just outclassing niggas, they're outclassing niggas. Mm-hmm. I mean, they move up, batter, beat up, knock out, stop. You know, niggas bigger than them who are tough and durable. I mean, I've always looked at Monster as a guy. He just had Sugar Ray Leonard and Golovkin vibe. Like, he got the boxing, got the power, all of that shit. Like, and he shows it time and time again. Rodriguez was no different. Rodriguez came out there guns blazing, and he was aggressive, which made Monster aggressive. And he was landing. This the first time I've seen Inoue touch this much.
Yeah,
I would say maybe like 3 years. Like I'm talking about one of those fights he had that went like 7 rounds. One of them Chocolatito undercards.
Yeah, and I didn't like
his power type of shit.
The funny thing is too, is I thought Rodriguez, I thought he won that first round pretty clearly too. Like he seemed to, he took some punches from him, and like didn't seem all that affected or dissuaded. I was like, okay, so we about to see some wills. We about to see some wills go head to head. Little do we know that the breaking of the will would happen in the next round. Man, I'm over here sitting there at I was already 3 sheets to the wind, and I'm sitting at this bar, my old college watering hole, watching this shit on my phone. Shout out for the Zone for creating an app that allows me to watch this shit clear with no lag or nothing of that nature, by the way. So it was bad convenient, and it didn't drain my phone battery. So yeah, I was watching the second round, and all of a sudden, like, you know, it was like 1 minute, you know, it's competitive. The next minute, you know, you see Rodriguez is on the floor, and that was the first time he'd ever been down in his career. In his young career, I think it's like he was 18-0, and that's the first time he's ever been down. And he got up, and you could tell. Like, usually it takes a minute, or it takes a while for someone to say he didn't want anymore. This motherfucker did not want anymore. Like, you could tell his body language was so clear. Like, he was
woozy.
Yeah, he was shaking his head. I was like, what the fuck is this nigga shaking his head for? clear.
He looked in pain.
That's exactly. He had a pain expression on his face. Like I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking the referee's gonna stop this shit, but the referee ignored him. And Monster.
I mean, because he was up, he had his boxing set up,
But he was shaking.
He had his whereabouts, but it's just we all knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
After that, like if you didn't know Cohen going in, then you knew at that moment. Because in the first round, all I saw was basically the Japanese version of Danny Garcia style. He let a guy get off on him and bait him in, lured him in, and he was countering just like it's reminiscent of Amir Khan and Danny Garcia fight. Mm-hmm. Everybody always says, oh man, Khan was just wiping his ass with Swift and beating his ass. He had Swift ready to let go, and just get into a silent agreement. But nah, he just Swift, Danny Garcia was baiting him. He was still countering. It just he was still fighting behind him. Now the thing is with Monster, he don't fight behind you. He lure you, and the lure only takes a little bit. Like Danny Garcia be taking rounds sometimes.
Yeah, no, and Monster didn't waste and he lured him into a fucking left hook round the chin, and that's what dropped him. That's what. Like he came out of nowhere. It was like boom. Rodriguez was on his ass.
I think they were trading a little bit.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if was not putting a lot of mustard on his shots and just decided that okay, he got this nigga's defense a little open. So let me see what happens if I throw this type of play.
I thought Monster was landing clean in the first round. It just I don't think there was the type of punches where like how we say Canelo be fucking loading up all the time and that's how he's getting winded. Mm-hmm. It's like Monster just you shouldn't have to take so much energy to fucking throw hard punches. They should flow.
Right.
And Monster's punches, they just flow off fucking effortlessly.
Yeah, because he gets a lot of torque in his punches. He's fluid and he gets a lot of torque in his punches.
And that's skill. I would say like the first round, if we was to gauge power on a 1 through 10 level, fucking number 1 being Paulie Malignaggi or somebody like that. Hey, come on. And number 10 being fucking Ernie Shavers that called him Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? If that's number 10, fucking, I would look at it like this. Monster was landing 7s and 8s in the first round.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, I don't think he was able to get those 9s and 10s off because Rodriguez was so fucking aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And Rodriguez is a strong dude too. He's no little dude.
No, very strong.
So he was putting Monster back, and then Monster finally got that distance and that range right. Bam, dropped him, and then the body shots, the pain that was on his face. Oh my goodness! And then he just beat his ass in the corner. In the whole time, I'm just like, like your trainer was doing the fucking most too, nigga. That's what your ass get. Like you push the man down for no reason. Even in the fucking stare down in the middle of the ring before the fight, you see the trainer is fucking icing this man down harder than fucking Rodriguez. You didn't see that? Like he was almost damn near had his head in his face. So I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with this nigga? Like you ain't fighting me. Like that's some fucking this some shit from the Juan Manuel Lopez corner. Right. So the Darrell corner type shit, like, and even then, those niggas weren't on no shit like that. So I mean, this trainer was just fucking extra as fuck this whole time to me. Nigga walking around all cocky and shit, like, and Rodriguez felt all of that shit because of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because I know earlier in the build-up too, Rodriguez also showed Monster's father, and that shit was on camera, and I was just like, that's a whole lot of disrespect shoving your pops, shoving somebody's pops like that. So I'm thinking too, although Monster says that didn't bother him, I'm pretty sure he probably took that out on Rodriguez's ass real quick. It was like, nah, you mean, yeah. You want to shove my father? Here's a body.
he wanted to get this nigga a chance. That's what it probably felt like. Like he was like, you know what? I'm actually think he has a chance. It's like, if you think about it, it's almost on some McGregor Mayweather shit. If you know, but you had a lot of MMA fans, a lot of people who ain't know, but it really, there was niggas who was betting money that McGregor would beat Mayweather, son.
Yeah,
and it's like
people are just more.
It looked like Mayweather was giving him a chance, just some.
Oh man.
Yeah, that too. Like, he was just playing the game what was happening. It's like, bam. So right now I just want to say Monster, he's like the safest bet in boxing besides Canelo by decision or Wilder by knockout. Like, you can always count on those three, but you can really count on them judges though.
Like, pretty much, like if you see Monster go to 12, that means he had an off night.
Or he fought, or Jesus fucking came down and became a boxer or some shit, or I don't know. They got a cyborg war machine ass nigga fighting him. I don't know. That'd be the day I see Monster go fucking 12.
And he's only gone 12 once, which is actually surprisingly. I mean, Monster is at his level. I think Monster's peaking now, though.
I
mean, he's in his mid-20s right now. I mean, I think after this tournament,
rated everything too.
I mean, after this tournament, because now he's gonna go on to face Donaire for Donaire's WBA belt, and I think, this sets up not only a legacy fight for him, but also a passing of the torch type of deal for both, because we have Donaire, who in his prime fought somewhat like Monster in his prime. Yeah, but now of course he's in his 30s. He's just like 35, 36 or whatever. So it makes for a very intriguing final. I mean, pretty much, obviously, whoever wins this one will probably be, obviously, it's the number one at 118 by far.
And Donaire, the only one we know who, for a fact, has a type of power that could do something to Inoue. Like,
yeah.
You need monster power to deal with a fucking monster.
Right, and Donaire
fight without no holy equipment, bro.
Yeah, and Donaire's left hook is still potent after this time. So if anything, we're gonna really see how good Monster's chin is. Taking, obviously if he blitzes Donaire, with a round or whatever, then we're like, this cat may never lose at 118.
That's because I'm like, damn, like I almost can't envision, because the Donaire, he's one of my like favorite fighters, and it's like a part of me is like, damn, like I'm rooting for both. Like, we get a double knockout. Could that happen again? Like, I mean, like they land the left hook and it's just that's it. I really don't want neither one to lose, but damn.
And of course, obviously with the World Boxing Super Series, there are no draws in the tournament because they have an extra judge on deck just in case this happens. So, or extra judge or two, depending on how it's set up. So, I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, Donaire is pretty tough. I mean, he's only been KO'd once, and that was in a division that was far above what his actual prime divisions are. And
it was against a big fucking puncher.
A big puncher and a bigger fighter, and even then, he still managed to wobble him. So.
Yep. That's absolutely correct. Because I believe was it at the end of a round as well? Like, almost like if Donaire had a little more time, he could have got him out of there.
Yeah, because Axeman was in. I think that was the first time I actually seen him like in actual trouble, and it was brief and it was in and around, and then after that, things went to normal,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
But I am enjoying this little, comeback by Donaire. I mean, his age, they actually dropped down after because Donaire is one of the few that's actually fought the best in this division. I mean, he's probably the only one. Like I said, I mean, he fought Rigo and Nicholas Walters when they, when
at their peaks.
Yeah, at their peaks. He's fought a lot of fighters, around those divisions that wore names. Like he didn't duck and avoid anyone, and now he's about to fight another monster fighter. Obviously, if Donaire wins this, if Donaire wins the final, beats Monster, then we have then obviously, he's Hall of Fame bound regardless. But that'll be a hell of a win to as your career starting to sunset. To have taking a zero like that.
You get on the pound for pound list one more time.
Yeah, exactly. He
definitely be top 10 off of that shit. Fuck all of that. He definitely and that's the thing about Donaire. He was another pound for pound guy where he showed you fucking everything. He just wasn't fucking decisioning niggas or decisioning overmatched niggas. He was one of those dudes where he's knocking out that you weren't expecting to get knocked out.
Yeah,
he's people dropping them that you're like, oh shit, he's dropping bigger dudes. He's doing this. He's almost a part of the old guard, like that real greatness that you don't get to see a lot.
Yeah, no, you don't see that anymore in boxing.
I don't think niggas like Lomachenko and I'll see Lomachenko, but I don't think a guy like Crawford has surpassed Donaire.
No, he hasn't. And I like I said, I dig Crawford. But no, Donaire is of a rare breed. He's
the testing, the year-round testing he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And fighting 4 times a year, nigga, 3-4 times a year.
And he did that.
Niggas gonna in there.
No, and he was doing it before Floyd started talking, started making the commotion about this shit. Like he was really
Pacquiao.
Yeah, he was really doing this shit with his own money.
Exactly.
So and then like I said, this dude went from flyweight to featherweight. You know what I'm saying? So he's been around for a minute and having the type of wins he has. Like, Donaire is a special. And when he retires, that's a specific era coming to an end if he retires.
Yep.
But like I said, I enjoy his little resurgence or whatever. Definitely on the pound for pound. Like if he takes another zero, if he'll take 2 zeros and 2 belts away from champions.
A fucking monster, bro. This would be some Beowulf type shit.
Yeah, he would definitely have one more appearance on the pound for pound list. And of course, if Monster wins, obviously, the legacy fight. And in a boxer, everyone knows like how boxing goes is, sometimes if you're an older fighter, the newer fighter sometimes will get you out of here. Not so much in the not so much really in this decade for various reasons. I know, but this is what the type of fight it is. And like I said, if Monster wants to be, to make a real statement, make emphasis, he puts away Donaire, and he does it in a way that they think Donaire probably will want to come back after that.
Yeah, I just hope nobody get hurt in that fight. Like you're putting like two atomic punchers, in the ring. Like you going y'all putting 2 bombs, like 2 fucking warheads, like explosive punch, man. Like that's gonna be a fucking fight, bro. Like wow, like
it is. It's
bombs a fucking way.
Exactly, can't wait. And like I said, congrats to Monster for winning. Like I said, I said in the preview, dude had a streak of KOing people that had not been KO'd for like 7 fighters in a row. So give or take, and it's just like, and Rodriguez was the latest victim. So Rodriguez, I'm pretty sure will come back.
He's young. He a good fighter. So he'll come back.
He'll come back stronger than ever. He tried. Like I said, he at least did win a clear round against Monster to me before he just before he caught that heat.
I feel like the shit like Monster, he give you that vibe that when Donaire knocked out Montiel, or Roy Jones knocked out Virgil Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the type of shit you want to see in boxing from the top dude. You want to see them conclusively deal with good challenges. We need more fucking knockouts in boxing or clear wins and good fucking fights.
Right.
So whenever someone comes around showing boxing skills and they respectful and they going after the top fighters and then they whooping their ass, they not fucking just trying to collect the check and half-assing it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's what the sport needs, man. And it's gonna keep flourishing when you have boxers like that. So that's all I really got to say about the fight. I can't wait till the fight for him and Daenerys. Mm-hmm. This fight with Rodriguez was good performance. Shit, I'm just hyped from that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So was I. And then it kind of set the tone for the main event and the other World Boxing Super Series semifinal, which Josh Taylor will be getting guy's first title shot against IBF 140 champion Ivan Baranchyk. Now this fight was not to be, as I mentioned before in the preview. Baranchyk was was a little angry, miffed about the late payments or whatever, and seemingly had pulled out of the tournament. And then, of course, World Boxing Super Series responded by actually immediately announcing that fight, like it's going to happen on this day or whatever. And while Barancyk's team is talking about, no, this motherfucker's out of the tournament. And then, it's a lot going back and forth until the IBF stepped in, because the IBF was the one who won the bid. So therefore, Baranchyk was like, if Baranchyk wanted to leave the tournament, he'd be doing so without his belt. And Josh Taylor would fight.
You gonna take this fucking fight?
Yeah. And Josh Taylor would fight for a break belt against one of the alternates on there, which would have been very anticlimactic. So Ivan Baranchyk, got himself back in the tournament and everything like that. And what we got was a clean, high pressure type of fight. And when I say clean, usually both of them, the infighting there was masterful. It was actually more impressive with Baranchyk on the inside than I was with Taylor. I thought Taylor caught too much heat on the inside from Baranchyk until the mid rounds, where I think Barancyk's work rate started to go down a little bit. And then, sixth round that Taylor had that big sixth round where he dropped him twice. The first knockdown was so smooth I almost didn't catch it, because it was one of those it was a counter thrown so smooth. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
It was the right hook, right?
Yeah, it was the right hook.
Clean, just nice. I don't know, the hooks were the punch of the night, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, damn, he's nice. And then the second one wasn't really a knockdown to me. I think he kind of tripped over or whatever. But, the ref ruled it as such.
They weren't no clean punches. They were just a handful of fades landed, and he was already off balance. I think it was the right call. I honestly, I didn't think he tripped. I just felt like he couldn't get out of the way of the shots. It just fell, and there were no clean shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I thought he just tripped or whatever, and
felt like he was hurt too.
Well, yeah, he was hurt from the first knockdown. He didn't get his ass up for that one.
So, hey, that was one of those Regan Dow, Tion Kennedy. We gonna just score this shit double against your ass. Knockdown hurt so much, fuck it, give him another one.
Oh man, but that was definitely that round was definitely a round of the year candidate though. It was they were swinging that round, and after that, I think Taylor slowed down his pace just a little bit, but not to the point where he took his foot off the gas. Baranchyk was starting to, he was starting to. I mean, he was really starting to tuck it. You could see his mouth was open and everything and whatnot. And Taylor was starting to land on him really starting accurately. With the exception, I think in one of the rounds, I think it was the 10th or 11th, that Baranchyk caught him with the right hand and had him wobbling a little bit.
Right.
You know,
I thought Baranchyk took the last 2 rounds. Like Josh Taylor kind of, he didn't. I wouldn't say he wasn't fighting scary or nothing. He was defending. It just I felt like he kind of took his foot off the gas. Like maybe he got a little winded because it was a rough, hard fight. And, you know, you got 2 knockdowns in the bag, and you know you've been kind of winning. You know, he looked like he really took his foot off the gas, but he didn't allow himself to get bullied too much. You know, because he still landed some counters and they had some exchanges. But Baranchyk, he closed out the fight strong. You know,
he did. And like I said, and 2 of the judges I think scored like 115, 111, which were good scores. Like, you know, like I mean, at least you can say like without the knockouts, it would be 115, 113. But that 117, 109, you need to get the fuck up out of there with that one. That was not a It was not a wide. It was not a wide card. I mean, Baranchyk probably won at least you can see 5 or maybe even 6 rounds, maybe. You know,
I thought he won 4, maybe good 4. Because remember the first half was kind of close.
Yeah.
And then it's like Taylor took over.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing's for sure though. I mean, what I take away from that fight is, I mean, Baranchyk was, like I said, Baranchyk might have actually exposed something on Taylor there, and this was also, I saw this in the Postol fight. Like Taylor does not deal with pressure all that well, and when he's pressured, he gets tagged a lot cleanly. Postol was the first person that I think that did this, and after that, Postol gave him a hard time before Postol, you know, wore out from that fight. But Baranchyk though was tagging him too cleanly.
Him out.
Yeah, and Baranchyk was tagging him too cleanly for my liking. Like
especially with that right hand.
Exactly.
He was landing like single shot, pot shot right hands. I'm like, God damn, like this ain't Roy Jones here. Like, hold on, no. This ain't Floyd. Like,
yeah, and that's what happened. Me like, I had my struck on my chin. Like, yeah, he's getting caught clean with these punches. You know, but I mean, kudos to him. Like, you know, he managed to he grabs his first world title in this tournament, and he's the new IBF 140 champion. And he will be facing Regis Prograis for WBA IBF title unification. Oh my goodness, this is definitely a fight of the year on paper. Yeah. And with what I alluded to before about getting caught clean, if Prograis lands cleanly on Taylor like this, I do think Taylor will be stopped, like straight up and down.
It's pretty tough. He got a chin. Mm-hmm. I don't think I doubt one shot will do it.
Well, no, but also Taylor's biggest
accumulation of it.
Yeah, I also think Taylor's big as fuck for 140, so I don't think he's even long for 140 either.
Yeah, he look like he'll be at 147 in maybe next year.
Right.
I'm glad he's getting all these good fights right now, so you could say like, yeah, he fought the top guys in his division.
Right. And if he wins, say, hey, at least I partially unified the belts, unless of course he's gonna be like, hey, no, let me go after the other 140s. Let me go after fucking Ramirez, or, you know, go after Maurice Hooker. You know, anything like that.
But 140 kind of popping right now.
You know, yeah, it's like 140 after like the stalwarts left to go to 147. You know, 140 did not take too long to rebuild itself. Like, nice. I think it only took maybe at the most 2 or 3 years max. 2 or 3 years max.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say 3 years. It almost felt like in 2 years' time, we already knew who were the cats to look out for. We knew Prograis was on the rise. We knew Josh Taylor was on the rise. We knew there was going to be major players. You know, Baranchyk was there. Ramirez was there. You kind of knew, and it's like by the second year came, it's like, all right, yeah, it's legit. These niggas is they there.
Yeah.
They all going at it.
For sure, yeah. So 140, yeah, definitely didn't take too long to get in the mix to do, to have people, and that's what we want in boxing, movement within the division, because without, stagnating in a division, it makes it very unpopular to watch, and you get pretty shitty fights. On top of that, I mean, and 140 is really slipping right now, but I think the World Boxing Super Series has done a good job of really highlighting the best that 140 has to offer right now. And of course, outside, we have Hooker and Ramirez on their respective platforms doing what they're doing.
With other top contenders, the guy who fought Ramirez in his last fight, I can't remember his name, but he gave Ramirez a real good go.
Right. And then I was in the house watching Hooker facing Les Pierre, and Les Pierre, he tried his hardest, but he still gave Hooker a good. I expected Hooker to knock him out, but I was surprised that he actually gave him a really good fight. So 140 is there. 140 just needs to really. I think 140 just need after the World Boxing Super Series tournament, we'll get to see where how 140 will play out going forward. Will we have splinter titles again, or or someone got attempted a 4-belt unification? Who knows? But at least like I said, it's interesting now with Taylor now holding a belt, and Baranchyk obviously is going to be probably be sticking around too. He's a threat to any of the champions. So it's yeah. The World Boxing Super Series, it was good to see the semifinals really play out the way that they did. So it makes it some very entertaining TV. That's what we asked for. Good.
And it's all the presentation. That shit's epic as fuck. The music in the introduction when they setting shit up and the lights around the ring, the presentation on point. The crowd was in it. Man, it's like the WBSS, the World Boxing Super Series. They got something good on their hands.
They do. It's unfortunate though, we don't know if they'll come back for a third season, because they had some other issues. And on top of that too, the one place that unfortunately it hasn't popped off in America, it's for whatever it's been a hard sell in America, but in other countries it's like, oh yeah, you get to see you get to see the good, you get to see the best of it. In America, you see the worst of it.
Because they're not promoting it right in America, man. No. America is a whole different machine, man.
Yeah, they don't promote that at all. It's a damn shame too. They should.
It's like an afterthought when it's done over here. But when it's in the other countries or overseas and shit, fucking Scotland was looking lit as fuck.
Yeah, because when does Scotland ever get these type of caliber fights? So that's why they showed out for that.
And they were named fighters. You're not. In America, what card have we gotten on that level?
From the WBSS?
Yes. I know we've gotten some good ones, but
they just weren't marketed.
Yeah, exactly. But I think this has been the best card from the World Boxing Super Series. This matchup was Monster and Rodriguez.
Yeah. On paper, it was the best matchup. Now in terms of action, obviously the one that was in Florida for the first one, obviously it was Rodriguez too versus Maloney and fucking Vargas and Masternik. Those two were some absolute brutal brawls.
Good ice, but you look at the name, bro.
But name-wise, obviously you couldn't really market it. They didn't market it.
You would have to literally go there a month or two before everything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Have these guys do guest appearances at gyms, and do some open workouts, have some meet and greets, really, get on some local radio stations, really, promote. You gotta do all that shit. You just can't start on the fucking week of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for niggas who names, the public ain't accustomed like that. I'm just saying, we know guys like Prograis and Taylor and those guys. They have a name. You could go to YouTube, put in highlight videos, all of that shit. So that's the thing that the Zone, these promoters, World Boxing Super Series, that's what y'all have to do, shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, but. I would love to see it come back for a third season, but right now it's pretty much up in the air right now for that. So I guess we'll just have to enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah. Exactly, and it looked like it's about to go out with a bang too with these last couple matchups.
Hell yeah, you know, and so yeah, I mean that's the World Boxing Super Series tournament.